Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to try some Danessa Myricks blushes. I finally got my hands on Danessa Myricks blushes. Lately, one thing about me is I'm going to wait for a sale. So around December last year for Christmas, Danessa Myricks came out with this gift set, and this gift set includes 4 blushes and their blurring balm in the Universal Radiant. I knew I had to get my hands on these blushes, honestly, but the price was initially £50, and I checked about like 2 weeks ago, and Sephora dropped the price of this gift set to £25. So I knew it was my time to get these blushes. Officially, these blushes are called Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Flush. Ooh, that is a mouthful. They're not actually called blushes, but powdered flushed. Okay. Anyway, these blushes are new to me. I'm going to call them blushes. They're new to me. I know they've been around for a while, but let's swatch. For anyone who's around my skin tone, I have a neutral golden olivey deep skin tone. If you would like to see how these blushes swatch, let's get into it. Also, I tried 2 of the blushes on my cheek. I recreated the Painted by Esther blush look. It's been going viral lately. Honestly, I love it. There's something about pink blush and black girls. The two make sense. I don't know when, as a community, we got into pink blushes, because I remember in the beauty industry, in the beauty space, we were all doing orange blushes, but I'm so glad we are going in this direction, because pink blushes, yeah, there's something about it. So in this gift set, you get 4 blushes, as I mentioned before, and the shades you get are 1, It Girl, 2, Rose and Brunch, the third one, which is Primadonna, and then you get Spiced Latte. So let's swatch. Okay, the first shade in the set is It Girl. This shade is described as a poppy cool pink. This shade is definitely a blue tone based pink. It has that very cool undertone. It is not warm at all. I really like this color, so let's swatch. Just taking a bit on my finger, and this is It Girl. Gonna take a bit more. Can you guys see? It's very much a blue tone pink. Think about Snob by MAC. It's around that kind of shade, that very Barbie pink. That is It Girl. The next shade in the gift set is Rose and Brunch. It's described as a neutral rosy pink. Let's swatch. Just gonna take a bit. I'm gonna put it next to It Girl. That's very much a neutral pink. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's definitely very neutral. I don't know why I'm thinking of MAC lipstick shade, but think about Velvet Teddy. It gives that Velvet Teddy vibes. The third blush in this gift set is Primadonna, and it's described as a vibrant hot pink. So think fuchsia. That's the kind of shade this is. I don't know, her blushes feel so emollient. It's a really weird texture, but it's really nice. Wow, that is definitely a vibrant hot pink. I love that so much, especially for us dark skin girlies. That's a shade we want to reach for. You definitely need to get Primadonna. Okay, last but not least is Spice Latte, and this is described as a warm brown. That's it, actually, nothing else to the description on the website. This is the shade. That's definitely a warm brown. It seems to me it has a slight terracotta, slight peach to it, but I see why they describe this shade as a warm brown. Just gonna swatch. Okay, on my hand, that definitely does come off as a warm brown. I have tried it on my cheeks before, and it's the most gorgeous color, but can you see that peach, slight terracotta undertone? These colors are absolutely gorgeous. I'm so glad that I picked up this gift set. It really gives me a good introduction to Danessa Myricks blushes. I have my pinky neutral brownie warm tones. There's a range for everybody in this gift set, so I'm really glad that I got it. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the claims of these blushes. On the website, it says these blushes have been formulated with Upsolite for blurring and oil control. So I'm guessing you can actually use these blushes on its own. You don't actually have to set it with a powder, because Danessa Myricks doesn't have powdered blushes. All she has are these cream blushes. So I'm guessing the technology is there for it to self-set It also has hyaluronic acid and olive-derived vegan squalene. I don't know what that is, but these blushes are emollient. I think that's the ingredient that comes through that makes it very emollient. And you can also use these blushes on your lips. Just dabbing a little bit of It Girl onto my lips. I forgot you can actually use this on your lips. That's really nice. One thing about Danessa Myricks, she's really innovative. So these blushes are nothing like I've tried before. The texture, the finish, the colors, they're really, really unique. I don't see this spice latte type of color in a lot of brands. She really did her thing with these blushes. In the next portion of the video, I'm going to try out these blushes. I'm going to try out It Girl and Primadonna using the Painted by Esther technique. So without wasting too much time, let's get into it. Okay, let's get into this blush look that Painted by Esther popularized. This is my own take. I definitely can't do what she does, but I'm gonna try, because one thing I've been loving lately is a gorgeous blushy pink look. So let's try it with these Danessa Myricks blushes. We're gonna start with Primadonna. This shade is going to be the basis for this blush look. It's gonna be quite heavy, but let's get into this. Okay, I'm gonna follow the instruction that the Danessa Myricks website gives us on how to use her blushes. So I'm gonna tap first. Just really gonna get that product in. I'm going to just take off some of the excess on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna really push it in basically to my eye socket and just bring it down. I'm gonna go for a little bit more blush. I don't know when I started to love pink blush. I guess it's the effect, the Painted by Esther effect. Okay, let's move on to the other side. Just taking a bit at the back of my hand, just pressing near into the eye socket. Just gonna blend that up a bit. Just bringing it down. Now I'm gonna take It Girl onto my cheeks just to give dimension to this blush look. This is a vibrant poppy pink. It's very, 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 very blue toned. So this just adds dimension to the cheeks. If you're afraid of blush, I don't think this blush technique is for you. You can't be afraid. Plus with this blush technique, concealer is your best friend. You're gonna clean up with concealer. Just really pushing it in. You're gonna really get it high up. Okay, blush done. I'm gonna now clean up with concealer. I know this looks a little extreme, but this is where concealer comes in. I'm using my Pat McGrath concealer to clean everything up. Okay, just gonna blend in my concealer. This will just help to just bring some balance back into this blush look. Just being really careful and tapping in, not trying to spread the product too far. I'm using this flat top brush by Roll Techniques. I won't lie, the name of the brush has rubbed off. Has completely rubbed off. I'll try and find it online and link it in the description. Doing the same on the other side. Just gently packing that in, and just to help diffuse this blush look. That's why I said it doesn't really matter if you go overboard. Concealer is your best friend. Going back with my blush brush to merge the concealer and the blush together. Doing the same on this side. Just using the leftover product on my blush brush. You don't have to use anything more. I'm just gonna tap in my nose just to make sure that everything is blended out. Okay, now that everything is blended in, I'm gonna just set my under eyes, taking my Harder Beauty loose powder in banana bread to set underneath my eyes. Just gonna press that in. I said powder makes things look so much better. Just gonna keep pressing that in to make sure that my concealer is set. Another component to creating this blushy look is the under eye powder that you use. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that. There's something about a bright under eye powder against a diffused blushy look. I think the two work really well together. And when people recreate this look, I see them using these type of bright powders against the blush. So I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury mini powder. I'm gonna just use it on my puff, and I'm just gonna take it up against the side of my nose. I'm just gonna press that in. Doing the same on the other side. Slowly press in that powder so I don't lose that beautiful coverage that I have. This has also slightly diffused the blush just to make it look a little bit more calmer, but it just works so well against this kind of blush look. Okay, onto the fun part, adding the powder blush. This part is what makes the blush look come alive. I'm going to use the Made by Mitchell Curved Press Palette in medium. I only got medium because of the blushes. So we're going to use these two blushes to finish off the look. This blush is called Sweet Cheeks and this blush is A Shy Boy. First, I'm going to take a bit of A Shy Boy. Don't be afraid to really pack it in. And I'm just going to gently tap my blush in. I'm going to take some on this side too. Now I'm just going to flip my brush and take Sweet Cheeks. And this is where the diffusion comes in. Just gonna place it here. Oh, this color is so bright, so pigmented. I love it so much. Don't be afraid to really pack in that color. This kind of look, this Painted by Esther inspired look, it's really about packing in the blush. I'm gonna use my brush that I use for my under eye powder just to diffuse everything. I hope you guys love this video. Have you tried Danessa's blushes before? If you have, what other shade should I pick up? She has so many. There's a shade called Creme Brulee that I want to try. Also, I think there's a red shade that I want to try. And there's a shade called Grape Soda. There's so many. But if you've tried her blushes, let me know which one I should also pick up too. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Bye guys.